Hey guys, I went to my local Mexican store and I scored some pretty awesome things, and I just wanted to share some of my favorite finds or some of the things that I definitely get when I see in the store. So aside from having like really good cheap cuts of meat and just a full service butcher counter, really. They'll do anything and everything. You could buy a whole duck, a whole chicken. You can order a whole pig for a luau if you wanted, and there's just amazing produce to be had as well. So this right here is, I'm going to make a video, but this right here is something called tuna. And this is, it's not actually fish. It is the cute little kind of cactus melons that grow on big cacti. So this is a tuna roja pelada, which is peeled red tuna. Let me see if I can crack this open again. I can never open anything. So this is it, and it's not unlike dragon fruit. And it's got a lot of tiny little seeds in there, but it is so sweet. Yeah, a lot of seeds to work through, but it's like a really dragon fruit slash pear kind of. Just eat it like that or make a juice. It's really, really good. So many seeds. I'm gonna have to spit them out. And those seeds are not as like passable as pomegranate seeds are. When I paused the video, I should have opened up this other container, but these are nances con chile. And nances are just, yellow cherries, and there's all that delicious chile down there. I don't know if they use tahini or what's going on down there, kind of syrup, but mostly from the sweetness of the cherry. So I'm gonna try this out as well. So when they make these, they kind of half dehydrate them, and they're actually really tangy, and it totally changes the consistency of the cherry. It's really weird. But those are nonsense. Okay, I have to stop making gross chewing sounds. Those are conchas. They're little conchas. I saw these like cupcake-like conchas, but I did not want to get them in case they were, really like a dense kind of corn muffin texture. And the whole thing about a concha is it's like really light and really airy, and it's got a lot of awesome sugar on top. And I'm just gonna rip one of these open to see how much this pastry, this bread, puffed up. Okay, so these are a little dense and slightly disappointing. You see that like air bubble in there? It's supposed to be like that throughout. Not exactly croissant-like, but definitely not this thick. Anyway, the variety pack has yellow and white and pink sugar. These sugars all pretty much taste the same. The chocolate one is definitely, you can taste, they have to use a little bit of cocoa to get it, and honestly, chocolate is the best. I got a queso fresco and some tortillas, and I have a hard time finding a pack that I like. This is as good as it gets. I kind of look for the texture of it, but these look pretty decent. Yeah, see those nice little corn ridges and bubbles? This looks like some good stuff. So I also love, and I'm a huge fan of El Yucateco hot sauce. And you can just put a couple of drops of that in sour cream, maybe a little sprinkle of, I don't know, everything bagel seasoning, and you can dip your chips in that. That sounds pretty good. And Mexican grocery stores usually have their own pre-packaged salsas that they make. Oh, sorry, that was so loud. That they make in-house. And this one is a salsa roja. And this one is a pico de gallo. Pico de gallo. A gallo is a rooster. And it basically is like meant to say that it kind of looks like what, you know, animal feed or whatever pecks at, just little tiny chunks. So inside pico de gallo, you're going to find cilantro and onion or cebolla, and you're going to find tomato or tomate, and you're going to find jalapeno pepper, and some lemon juice and salt. That's pretty much the gist of it. I picked up these little noodle packs. So when I was little, we would have fideos and sopa de estrellitas and things like that. And I picked up little stars, estrellas. And this is my favorite soup growing up, because I was conceited and I had Hollywood dreams, and I was also 5 years old, so I got over that fast. Small elbow, gorditos, little elbows. These are shells or conchas, and corbatas or bow ties. Little bow ties. And I'm gonna make the estrellitas. So basically all you have to do is put a little oil in the pan. I use olive oil all the time for everything. So put a little olive oil in the pan. Maybe, depends. I like estrellitas because they're little to be a really smooth soup. But if I were making like the big giant conchas, I would throw in a couple of spoonfuls of this and fry it up. But I just want like a really, really smooth sauce. So I have a tomato paste, and you can just do it really quickly. I'm actually making a chicken stock. I'm really in a garden like that. And, you know, if you don't have homemade, then store-bought will do, I guess, but judging you. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I grew up on Knorr and the chicken bouillon and all that stuff, so it's not a big deal. But I just happen to have picked up a couple of whole chickens, and I'm doing different dishes throughout the week. So I'm going to have myself my own nice little homemade chicken stock, which is great. So you just toast these up until they get a little, you know, brown. You don't want any stars to get too burnt. So just a nice little toasty color. You want to bring out some flavor and toast off that raw flour flavor. And that will make sure that the noodles kind of keep their integrity even as they're sitting in the liquid and you're reheating for the next day even. So go ahead and toast those, and maybe a little onion if you want, but just onion powder, garlic powder. Once those get nice and toasty, you want to add a little bit of tomato paste, about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons, and mix that all up. And then you want to throw in your broth, and again, it depends if you want your noodles nice and saucy, maybe just 2 cups, but if you really like it soupy, you can throw in more. Just season, tweak, and make the dish yours. So I'm gonna make some estrellitas today, and once that is done, you know, you can top it with some avocado, You could put a little sour cream, or like I like to do, I use the Greek yogurt, just a spoonful of Greek yogurt on top of there, a little lemon juice, tortilla. If you want to add a little extra salsa, top it with this yucateco. And if you have cotija cheese or the ranchero cheese that you crumble up like I do, it's a full meal, I'm telling you. And finally, my favoriteest find, whenever I see these, I have to buy them. They're delicious. Oops. They're so pretty. And they're sometimes full of bugs, but that's okay. These are little squash blossoms, little zucchini flowers. So these have literally been nipped in the bud, and they're just these pretty little flowers. It's a little stamen inside there and everything. So all you have to do is clean that little bit out if you're so inclined. I mean, it really doesn't matter. And you can take these stalks off if you want to cut the zucchini to a certain point, the way that you normally would clean up your squash. You can fry these up with a little onion and a little salt and pepper and eat them as is. You can fill them up and you can bake them, or you can pan fry them. You can fill them up with sausage and ricotta, like I'm gonna do. You can then pan fry them, or you can fill them up with the sausage and ricotta, maybe some additional herbs like parsley or I don't know, chive, whatever you like, and coat them in a little bit of batter, and then bake or fry those up. Maybe air fry them. That would be really good. But I'm going to do mine two ways. I'm just going to do a quick taco with them. So pretty. And they taste so good. In addition to the quick taco, I am going to, again, fill them with sausage and ricotta and pan fry them really quickly. And that is going to be really tasty. So these were my Mexican store finds. I don't think I'd get the Nances again. I swear, I think I just had them in syrup and I liked them, but I don't like that consistency. I think next time I'm going to get regular conchas because this is really, really dense. And then it'll make me a taco.